Well, this is another way to repair a book. Sometimes the book is so damaged that the spine is like completely gone, and we're going to make a little makeshift spine. So we start by, you have to remove all the old paper and crap, because when you're about to use glue it's not going to stick as well. So you take one of your scrapers here, and we need a garbage can. Excuse me. You can do this anywhere, but I usually like to stand up doing it. You take the scraper on the, I think there's like a straighter edge. You take on the straight edge, and then you just basically cutting away like that. You don't have to cut away all the way, and you don't want to cut too much because you don't want to, sometimes the book has stitching and stuff. You don't want to break all the stitching, and then all the pages are going to come loose. But you just want to get rid of this old paper here. And be careful, sometimes you want to wear an apron or something because the dust just gets real crazy and you get clothes dirty. Okay. See, by chance I already had a perfectly good piece of scrap left over. This is the cloth release backing tape. It comes in different colors like red, blue, green. I try to like match the cover of the book so it makes it look more pretty. Generally, like when you get one of these, you would try to measure the length of the book, and then you'll take a pair of scissors that are good. And I'm not going to cut it because we'll be wasting, but you would generally cut it. Sometimes it's going to be a little too big to wrap around, and that's where I would just basically come up to the paper cutter. That's why part of this is missing, because it's been cut already. And you would take the paper cutter and line it up along the grid and basically cut off like excess from one side, just to make it a little, more symmetrical. And you don't want to just have some big obnoxious piece of whatever covering the book. So you want to try to make it a little less, make it more discreet looking. So you would, first of all, you will apply a new title tape to it. See, this one is the single-sided title tape, and it's mostly used for hardcover books, and it goes directly in the spine. So you take one off and put it there. If you want to be extra secure, you can take out supplies over here by another book press. Let's see. You can take the book and have it held up for you, like over here. Yeah, so it's like you open it by increasing the lever, you close it by bringing it down, and put this knob here that keeps it secure in place. So, but I kind of want to, and then you hit it down to release it. That's pretty good. Okay, so now that's being held for me, I'll just put the glue on. You don't have to put glue, but I found that it makes it less likely that, because this already has an adhesive of its own, and it can hold, but if you put the glue on, I think it'll give it a little extra hold. So it's better to just add your own glue so that you don't have to see the same book come at you 3 times. Ever since I started using glue, I never had the same book come back to me unless it's like a student ripped out pages from a reserve book or something. It has to be tipped in. But in regards to spine repair, I found that if you put glue, you never see that book again in terms of having to get to repair the spine again. So you put a little bit of glue, probably want to put a little bit along the sides here. Okay, and then you rip off. Sometimes you want to go slow, because after a while, because of the temperature in this room, this stuff can dry out. And that's where things can get really annoying because you have to spend extra, such as, for example, So you could start from another corner, or if you're feeling lucky, you can go ahead and keep peeling. Let's try from another corner first and see. Sometimes if you take it from the other corner, it will continue the job. Yeah, so you try to be careful. Pull up slow. Okay, voila. And then you just try to angle it from where you're at. Of course, there's different ways to do this. I just found this to be the best way for me to do it. So, relatively have the same amount of space on both sides. Then you take this tool again, or any one of these, I think they're called bone scrapers, or something like that. To try to like indent a little crease in the spine, flatten out any other bubbles if you can. Make it look close to being a pretty book again. And there. A little nice and almost straight, but pretty good. And same thing on this side. And for the final touch, we would use either the Dymo machine. If it was a thin book, I would use the Dymo label machine, and we could just type out a label that way and print it out. If it's kind of thick like this, I kind of like using a Microsoft Word document to make a makeshift title. And usually I'll leave out the author. It's not really necessary. And of course, we'll make a new spine label. And let's see, for the most part, inside the book, we don't need to make any other repairs. Sometimes I think it's the header page, I think it's called, will be separated. But this book is pretty much well intact. It was just missing a spine. So that's about it. This book is pretty secure. Get yourself a nice, pretty spine.